My mother-in-law insisted on wearing white to my wedding, so I made sure the photos she'll hang on her wall tell a different story. Beatrice showed me the dress 3 weeks before the ceremony. Pure ivory silk with lace overlay and a train. An actual train. She modeled it in her living room while my fiancé Donovan sat frozen on the couch. "It's perfect, isn't it?" she asked, twirling. "I wore white to my wedding too." "Mom, that's literally a bridal gown," Donovan said. She waved her hand dismissively. "White is just a color. Besides, I'm paying for the flowers, so I should be able to wear what makes me comfortable." She wasn't paying for the flowers. We were. But Beatrice had this magical ability to convince herself of her own generosity. I tried every approach. Gentle suggestions about mother of the groom etiquette, direct requests. My mom even called her to explain tradition. Beatrice just smiled and said modern women shouldn't be bound by outdated rules. The morning of the wedding, my photographer arrived early for getting ready shots. I pulled him aside. "I need you to do something for me," I whispered, handing him a specific list of photo compositions. He raised an eyebrow. "You want me to make her look invisible?" I finished. "In every single photo." Wedding day arrived. Beatrice walked in wearing that dress, plus a white fascinator and pearl jewelry. She looked radiant, like the bride. My bridesmaids gasped. My dad's jaw clenched so hard I heard his teeth grind, but I smiled. "Beatrice, you look stunning," she preened, clearly expecting a fight. "I knew you'd understand, dear." The ceremony was beautiful. During cocktail hour, Beatrice positioned herself in every group photo, always center frame, always turning toward the camera. 2 weeks later, the photos arrived. In group shots, Beatrice was strategically blocked by tall guests or cut off at frame's edge. In the ceremony photos, she was conveniently obscured by flower arrangements or photographed from angles that made her dress look beige against the lighting. But the real masterpiece? The family portraits. Using professional editing, the photographer had subtly adjusted every photo Beatrice appeared in. Her white dress now photographed as cream, champagne, or straight up beige depending on the lighting. Meanwhile, my actual wedding dress practically glowed pure white. In the album's crown jewel, a 3-generation family photo, Beatrice stood next to my grandmother, who wore an ivory cardigan. The photographer had color matched their outfits perfectly. They looked like they'd coordinated. Like Beatrice was just another guest who happened to choose neutral tones. When I posted photos online, friends commented on how elegant the champagne mother of the groom dress was, how sophisticated to choose something subtle. 3 days later, Beatrice called. "The photos are wrong," she said. "My dress was white, pure white." "Are you sure?" I asked innocently. "It looks champagne in every single shot. Must have been the lighting." "I know what I wore," she insisted. "Then you wore champagne, because that's what the professional photos show." She demanded the RAW files. I told her the photographer only provided edited finals. She threatened to call the photographer herself. I reminded her we'd signed all the release forms and owned the images. She showed up at our apartment with her phone, showing me her own selfies from the day. In her poorly lit iPhone photos, the dress looked white. "See?" she said triumphantly. I pulled up our professional gallery on the TV, photo after photo of her in that lovely champagne dress. "Beatrice," I said gently, "phone cameras aren't color accurate. That's why we hired a professional." She stood there, mouth opening and closing, holding her phone like evidence no one would believe. "I specifically chose white," she whispered. "And it photographed beautifully," I said. "As champagne." She left without another word. Last week, she invited us for dinner. Her hallway was covered in wedding photos, professional ones I'd gifted her. Every single image showed her in that elegant champagne dress. Her book club friends were there. They raved about her tasteful outfit choice. "Such a sophisticated color," one said. Beatrice smiled tightly and poured more wine. As we left, Donovan squeezed my hand. "She's been showing those photos to everyone," he whispered. "And every time someone compliments the champagne dress, she dies a little inside." "That's unfortunate," I said, kissing his cheek. "Now when she tells people she wore white to our wedding, they just look confused and say, 'No, you wore champagne.' I saw the photos.